Hey! Hey! Hey, you!
Oh, hey, man. When did you become sentient?
I'll ask the questions here. Why the heck don't you animate anymore?
You know, it's just really time consuming. I gotta get 2 videos done a week, and doing it in that short of
Bleep me out, by the way.
What?
You heard me. Bleep me out when I say stuff like, what the heck? Bleep it out.
You're not swearing, though. Why would I have to do...
Yeah, but it'll make it seem like I'm swearing, and it'll make everything I say sound a lot more intense. Just do it.
Alright, I will.
You're f***ing right, you will.
Wow, well, you do sound more intense.
You're right, I do. Now stop ducking the question.
I honestly forgot what the question was at this point.
Why don't you animate anymore?
I told you, it's just really time consuming, and the channel's more focused on art and illustration now anyway.
People want animation. You still get so many requests to do more animations. Just do an animation. Do another animated fight scene.
I mean, I could. I don't really have any good ideas for any fight scenes right now, especially not ones that I could do in a realistic amount of time.
Then just pick some random characters and have them duke it out in Battletown again, like last time.
You want me to just do the same thing as last time?
Yeah, you've got some new rigs built, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess I've got a Darth Maul rigged up, and I think I made a Captain America rig a while back that I haven't used, but that's not exactly a fair fight, is it?
So what? Just use your dumb disclaimer about the fight not making sense or whatever, and animate the stupid fight. Fights are cool, they don't have to make sense.
Okay, fine. I'll do it, but just get off screen already. Every second that you're on screen, I have to spend more and more time doing lip syncing, and it's such a pain.
Oh yeah? So the more time I spend on screen yapping away, saying whatever I want, going on and on and on and on and on, the more irritating it is for you having to mundanely switch in a bunch of different numbers to change the 11 different mouth shapes you got for me. That's tedious, is it?
Oh my god, you're seriously the worst. I don't even know why I do lip syncing. I mean, Odd Ones Out doesn't do it.
Yeah, well, Odd Ones Out can go
Whoa, careful now.
Nah, yeah, he's pretty great.
You're right, he is.
Now go animate already.
Yeah, right, fine. In spite of how grumbly I was in that weird opening, I am actually super excited to be animating again. It's been ages since I did a fight scene. They're super fun to animate. Those Captain America and Darth Maul rigs have just been sitting on the sidelines, built up, ready and waiting, and it's finally time. Let's do this. Now, the last time I animated a fight in the very stupidly named Battletown, which for some reason I'm just sticking with it, the fight was 100% improvised, and I did it in just a day. And while there is a heavy dose of improvisation built into my animation process, this one I'm planning out the beats of the fight a little bit better. I know how I want to swing from one character being in the lead of the fight to the other character being in the lead of the fight, back and forth a bit until we get to our conclusion. And I know there are some key moments that I really want to hit in the fight as well. I'm also making sure to establish the character's abilities right off the start. I mean, I know that anyone watching this very likely knows the abilities of Captain America and Darth Maul pretty well, but just to make sure, I want to set that up right at the start. So Darth Maul, one of the first things we see him doing is using his Force abilities to establish that that's a thing he can do. We show him doing some flips to show that he's kind of acrobatic, and we have him holding the lightsaber, but he doesn't activate it yet. Leave that for a little bit longer into the fight. I want to get him started off using just Force abilities against Captain America. And then with Captain America, again, show him being a bit acrobatic, and we show that his shield can bounce off stuff. Okay, so I just animated Darth Maul spinning his lightsaber for the first time after he's finally activated it, and I think it looks so cool. I'm making it the only thing that's motion blurred out of everything. With these fights, I tend to not use motion blur, but because lightsabers tend to have a bit of a, you know, that blurry light streak effect, I thought it would look kind of cool having motion blur on just the saber, and I think that works well, and I have a feeling I'm gonna overuse this lightsaber spinning thing, because I think it looks really cool. Now, something I'm gonna do in this video that doesn't necessarily make sense or check out canonically, but I'm gonna have Captain America's shield be able to block lightsaber attacks. I mean, they're both fictional items, we can kind of do whatever we want with them. I feel like it probably shouldn't be able to block them, but we're gonna do it for the sake of the video because Darth Maul already has a lot of one-ups. The lightsaber is a really great weapon, and he has the Force, and Captain America doesn't. That's a pretty big one-up already, but I've got something in mind for later in the fight that I think is gonna even the odds a little bit, if not push it too far in Captain America's favor. If you're enjoying the video and haven't already, please leave a like. This one's taking a lot longer than my usual stuff. I'm having fun with it, and I think it's gonna be a pretty cool fight, but would definitely appreciate the like. Helps with algorithm stuff and whatever. And subscribe and ring the bell if you're not already. Okay, back to it. I've also mentioned this in the past, but for anyone that's never seen my other animation videos and wants to know my process, I'm animating everything in Adobe After Effects using a character animation plugin called Duik. I'll link it in the description because it's really fantastic, and I use it for all my character animation work. Both stuff that I've done professionally and stuff that I've done for myself. As I mentioned, I'm just using the Battletown environment again, but I'm taking the blocks and rearranging them, so it's not the exact same layout as the Spider-Man vs. Green Lantern vs. Cloud fight, or the Goku vs. Rhino and the Captain Marvels from last time. It also feels really good knowing that I don't only have one day to do this like last time. With the improvised fight from last time, I gave myself only one day to do it. This one, so far I've spent like a day and a half, almost 2 days. I'll probably end up doing 2.5 days on it. And I still feel like I'm rushing a bit, but I think the fight is turning out better this time because of it. Although I did really like working with a whole bunch of different characters in that last one. I don't really do that in this. But I think these two characters have enough different abilities to keep the fight interesting for the whole thing. I'm also not going to do that voiceover narrator thing that I did last time.
You haven't even hit him yet. Stop kidding around and fight already.
He kind of just made the video drag out longer than it needed to. This one, once we get into the fight, we're just in the fight. Nobody's gonna be voicing in and interrupting. So I'm into sound editing now, and usually my least favorite part about doing an animated fight is looking for sound effects. It can just be a really tedious process when you can't find what you're looking for. But some absolute legend on theforce.net/fanfilms has uploaded a folder with every single lightsaber sound effect that anyone would ever need. It was so helpful, and Chris Virgo, I have no idea who you are, but you have seriously helped me out today, so thank you very much. I'll link the site with the sound effects in the description as well. That was super helpful and really saved me on time. Here's an example of just one of the many ways that this community can be super helpful to me. I posted a GIF teasing that this video was coming out, and Hender Flick pointed out that I had the wrong hands on Darth Maul. I hadn't swapped in the hands that I'd built for him. The hands on him were from an old character rig, and I had not noticed that. So thank you very much, Hender Flick. It's gonna be a bit of a pain for me to re-render it all, but definitely would have gotten called out on that a whole bunch after the video went out. So thank you very much for catching that. We're all finished with the fight. Now, I still have to edit together this, behind the scenes video, even though most people are probably gonna skip to the fight anyway. But hopefully this behind the scenes was kind of interesting to some people. Regardless, it's time for the fight, so without further ado, here is Captain America versus Darth Maul.
The following video is just for fun, and does not necessarily accurately represent the power levels of the characters involved. As an example of the ridiculousness you might see in this video, here's Spider-Man killing Goku with an apple. Enjoy!
Alright everybody, that's all for this episode. Thank you so much for watching PopCross Studios, home of the nerdiest art videos on YouTube. Let me know in the comment section who else you'd like to see duking it out in Battletown. I really like the weird fights the best, those are a lot of fun. And of course, if you enjoyed this, please check out some of my illustration videos. I recently did My Hero Academia characters Venomized. I do Overwatch characters in Dungeons & Dragons. I did Spider-Man characters in the Star Wars universe. And be sure to check out some of my old animated videos as well, especially the Pokemon side-scroller one. That is probably my favorite thing I've ever animated still. But anyway, thanks again for watching everybody, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.